What's going on, guys? Kit Bash here, bringing you another video. This time it is of a custom Kit Bash Aquaman figure that I did. I was totally inspired by a dope Kit Basher over on Instagram. His name is Ace Outlaw Customs. He did a phenomenal Aquaman a couple weeks ago. It was featured on This Week in Customs over on Life of Brock's channel. Go check him out too. It was really dope. I was totally inspired to do my own, so I did. Mine's it's a lot different from his because he did green on the legs. He did green on the legs, and his hook was a little different than mine. That's exactly what I was going for. I wanted mine to be totally different than his. I do this thing where I take people's recipes, but I try to make them my own. I do that a lot. Not a lot, but it happens from time to time where someone will do a custom or a kit bash and I like it, and I'll take my own style to it. So with this Aquaman, I did the same thing. Like I said, I fell in love with his when I saw it, and I just had to make my own. I had to make it my own. I used different parts as far as the lower arms go, different head. I used different legs. I used a different belt and a different hook style. So let me run down the parts I use, and then I'll go over articulation, and I'll talk about these legs because these legs are a pain in my ass. Starting with the head, I went through my fodder over here. As you can see, those are my fodder head bins right there. I couldn't find the right head I was looking for. I wanted to use the bearded Namor head, but I didn't have an extra one. And my bearded Namor head is on my actual Namor Walgreens figure. And I like that head on that figure, so I didn't want to use it. And I didn't feel like waiting for like someone to trade me one or sell me one. So I found this Thor head I foddered. I foddered a bunch of these Ragnarok Thor figures already due to the 3-packs hitting clearance. The 2-packs hitting clearance a while ago. I ended up buying one for like $27, and I found another one for $13. So I had a couple, and then the Ragnarok figure came in a wave too. So I ended up having 3 or 4 of them. But the lower forearms are really good for like wraps. As you see his lower arm looks wrapped right here. It looks like this hook part is wrapped to his arm, which is what I was going for. And then he has a little armor right there, which is what I was going for too. So like I said, the head and the lower arms are from the Thor Ragnarok figure. This hand is from, I want to say Walgreens Namor, one of his holding hands. Or maybe the new Namor, the Black Panther wave Namor. Undies Namor, I think that's from him. And this hook is actually crazy because I wanted the hook to look a certain way. And I took one of these Nokia ring things. I have like probably 12 of these. I took this and I just chopped it up. I cut it up and I swapped some pieces around and moved some stuff, and I just made a hook out of it. Pretty interesting how it came together. It kept falling apart, but I had sculpted on top of it. I did a lot of little stuff to make it look better, but then the sculpt came off and I was like, screw it. So it actually ended up looking really good. I really like the way it looks. It looks like to me, it looks like an Atlantean hook. Like he just found it on the ocean floor in Atlantis somewhere and strapped it to his hand. That's what I was going for. So I'm glad that translated to me anyway. It really translated into an awesome looking hook there. I wanted to do the blue hand, I think he has magic water. That's what he uses, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too clear on I know how he got the hand, but I'm not too clear on how he got the magic hand. But he has a water hand that's like blue, and it turns into a hook, and it turns into whatever he needs it to turn it into. And that's what I wanted to go for, but we don't have any figures with clear blue hands. The closest I can get is probably this, or like a Doctor Strange hand. This is probably, let me see if I can pull it out. This is probably the closest I can get, and I'll just have to paint some clear blue over it. But I didn't want to do that right now. I wanted to do something different. Ace Outlaw Customs did the hook too, but his hook is totally different than mine. I wanted to go a different route with mine, and I feel like I accomplished that. This belt is a Mythic Legion's weapon strap. I just cut it up and I glued it to the waist just to give him a gold belt. I had the logo on the other waist, but yeah, the legs are a pain in the ass. This was a pain in the ass. So I took a Cottonmouth figure. Cottonmouth's the big purple dude with the snake on forehead. I took his figure. I took the lower legs, took the waist and everything. I painted it. I prepped it, painted it black. I sanded. I did everything I was supposed to do. And it's still paint rub. I still had paint rub on it. And it was frustrating. It was really frustrating. because I sealed it and everything. And that's part of the reason why I kit bash and I don't fully customize things, is because painting for me I like repainting things. Like when it's little stuff, like simple stuff like this hook. Like this hook didn't take anything. I didn't have to clear it or anything. Is it focused? It's not focused. I didn't have to clear this or anything. So the Model Masters paint that I use, it sticks to this plastic here. So it was really easy for me to put this together. I primed it too. That's another thing I'm starting to do when I paint these things, is I'm starting to use my primer. But yeah, the legs, for example, I prepped them, I primed them, I did everything I was supposed to do. I sanded down the joints, everything, and it's still like I would go like this and it would just rub off. So any little movement at this waist and the paint would rub, and I was like, screw it. I actually put this to the side for a while because I wasn't going to finish it. I was just going to leave it and work on it when I felt better about it. But I remembered I had this thought, and I had, this is the SDCC Thor here, but I had the young Thor, which is this figure pretty much, just not with the metal hand, and I think his wraps are different and he has a different head. But I had this figure, I had a young Thor, I think I had two of them because I had bought one loose, and then I bought the entire Thor, what wave is that? Gladiator Hulk wave. I bought that whole wave, so I ended up having two of the other bodies anyway, and I used different legs on a custom Thor that I did. I think that Thor's on this channel. I'll put a card if it is. But I used the legs on a Thor. Actually, no. What did I use those legs for? Because I had three. I had two young Thors and then this one. I can't remember but anyway, long story short, I had these, the waist and these lower legs were in my fodder. I have a fodder tub. They're in my fodder tub, and I just had to scrounge around and look for them. So I ended up finding those. I modded the waist so they fit. It still articulates. I modded the waist so it still fit in, because this Hercules, his lower peg it's kind of weird for any other waist with a Hercules waist. So I modded that. I put this all in here, and I'm super excited about it because I don't have to paint. Now the lower legs, these lower legs here for these winged feet, and a lot of people don't like these, but I look at it as, you know, it's some Atlantean shit. It's just some Atlantean shit he uses so he can, you know, swim faster. That's just how I see it. I use my imagination. So, but yeah, these lower legs here, I painted them and I cleared them. I don't know if you can see it. You can right there. That clear's like peeling off of here, but the paint's not going anywhere, so I probably shouldn't have cleared it. But that clear coat is like peeling, and it's all kind of weird. It's like a gunk kind of, but it is what it is. Lesson learned. Next time I'll just find the right pieces. I didn't even think, honestly, when I was putting this together, I was thinking of what figures had black legs, and the only one popped in my mind was Venom, and I was like this close, like really close to foddering my Venom, and that would have been tragic. Because that figures, he's not hard to get, but I'm not paying $30 for it. So, yeah, I just started thinking. I couldn't think. So that's when I painted the legs. And then it just popped in my head because I was honestly going to fodder this figure here. I was going to. It wasn't even funny. And then I was going to, I don't have the custom down here. But I was going to fodder the custom one too. Just because, you know, I really wanted to finish this figure. And I had to tell myself, you know, to relax. Don't just start taking stuff apart, because that's what I normally do. Normally, with these figures, if I have another figure, I don't care what I fodder. It doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is when I fodder something and I can't get another one. So that was the whole thing. I didn't want to keep foddering figures, and I had already put enough into this. Just like my Bane. The only reason it's taking me so long to finish that Bane is because I don't want to keep throwing money at a custom. I don't want to keep throwing $5, $6 here, $4 here, $10 here. I don't want to keep doing that. And the figure already cost me $70. So I don't want to keep throwing money at it. And we'll see where it goes, though. We'll see. But yeah, as far as this one goes, this is done for me. I was going to do the logo again, but I like it the way it is. It looks really good. I still have to finish some sanding on the chest, just get rid of a lot of that hair. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I have to check, but just to get rid of some of the hair on the chest. But everything else looks really solid. I really like the head too. Like the head grows on me. I painted the head too, because Thor's hair was a little darker, so I painted over this with some Model Masters wood color. I just dry brushed it over the beard, and it looks really good. I was gonna put a wash, but I don't want to dull down the tan, because you know Aquaman's hair is blonde, so I don't want to dull down the tanness of the hair. I really like the way it looks. He looks like a beach dude, so. And people ask me why I didn't go with the long hair, and that's just, we see long hair a lot. You know, Jason Momoa really, especially since, well, not especially because Aquaman always had long hair, but most people associate the long hair look with Jason Momoa, and that's not really the look I was going for with this Aquaman. I wanted my Aquaman to look like he was just fighting somewhere. You know, he got decimated. Somebody cut his hand off, and they cut his hair, like kind of like the Thor Ragnarok movie. Like he was in another dimension or another dimension, and he got trapped, and he was in an arena. He had to just fight his way out and use whatever he had. Man's body's a weapon. His hands, you know, I just wanted him to look like he went through some shit, and I feel like I accomplished that. I feel like it looks like this Aquaman is ready for anything. And most Aquamans look like that, but I feel like this one, mine specifically, looks like he's ready for anything. So yeah, I really like the way this one came out. It's one of my favorites right now. It's weird when I do customs. They all just my favorites. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I think I'm gonna make another one for Patreon. If not, I'll just give this one away and make myself another one. But yeah, I really like the way it came out. Check out my Patreon if you haven't. I have exclusive content over there, exclusive videos and everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Thank you guys for watching.